Are you a senior golfer? You're looking to know what's the easiest way you can swing the golf club so you can get more power off the tee? In this next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'll see you soon. Hey, it's Troy from Hitting It Solid here. In this video I'm going to go through some great keys how you can hit the ball much further and swing much easier, particularly if you're a senior golfer, and get that extra distance off the tee. What I see today is there's a lot of golf videos and instruction out there on helping golfers hit the ball further, but obviously as we get older we have less flexibility, and a lot of this golf instruction and tips and methods just aren't really applicable to the senior golfer. So I'm going to take you through a few different ways you can do this with some really simple changes, in particular to your setup. They'll help you hit the ball much further. So before we get started, please make sure you give me a thumbs up for this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get helps me grow the channel and provide a lot more great content, which helps us all get better together. So make sure you do that. So today's video, I want to talk about how to get more power and how to make an easy swing for senior golfers. So first thing I'm going to do is just do a bit of a test of your shoulder. As we get older we have less ability to turn and obviously build up that coil in our swing and get that club head speed. So I've got a ball teed up on the ground here, so what you want to do is grab a club. I've got a driver here. Get in your setup as you normally would to a driver, put it across your chest. Now as you make your turn by keeping both feet on the ground, now most people should be able to at least get the club head pointing down towards the direction of the ball, but what you want to try and do is see if you can turn, and I can get about, I don't know, about 2 foot, 2.5 foot behind the ball by doing a full stretch there. So if you're someone, depending on what level of golf you're at and what age you're at, if you can only sort of get to there, I can show you a really great simple little change that can help you get a lot more shoulder turn, so you can end up somewhere back out there and just get that extra bit of speed into the golf ball. So, and I've seen a few of the top pros, particularly Molinari does this in his swing, and I've seen a few other younger guys even doing it now. So I'll show you this in the drill as a simple test. All I'm going to do is slightly lift up that rear foot as I turn. So if I go back, lift it up, and you can see straight away I can comfortably get that club pointing way back here somewhere. I've just increased my shoulder turn. Now a lot of the older style golfers, the greats from years gone past, I think Jack Nicklaus and many others used to swing, they'd come back and lift up their heel like that, and they were able to get much better shoulder turn. I think Bubba Watson is one today that does it as well. By just slightly lifting that lead, that front heel, you'll find you're able to get a much bigger shoulder turn, which increases your club head speed just by making that slight little change as you make that backswing. So that's the first thing you can do that will really help you out. Now the next thing, that's another little simple change you can do, involves your setup. So most golfers I see, they're set up to the ball with the driver like so. Their feet will be relatively straight, slightly sort of pointed out like what I'm doing now. But if you make a slight change to your feet, particularly this lead one, open it up, point it a little bit further out this way, out to the left, same with the right. And just doing that slight little change with the feet, it enables you to really opens your hips up, so you can really make a much bigger turn just by making a slight little change to how your feet are set up. So if this is me normal, relatively straight, and I make a turn, I can make a pretty good turn there. But if I make a slight change to my feet, straight away I can really feel that back shoulder really being able to stretch and make a much bigger turn, which will get me that club head speed and that extra power that I'm looking for. And it's great for the senior golfer that just has limited ability to be able to turn. It really helps those hips in particular, as well as the shoulder, obviously really turn a lot more free because you don't have that resistance against your feet. And that's fantastic for getting more hip rotation. So now I've got a bonus little change you can make to your setup, and this is something that I learned from Greg Norman in one of his earlier books from years and years ago. If I'm setting up to a driver like this, now I wouldn't recommend doing this for all of your golf shots, but if you've got a long par 4 or a par 5, you want to get that little bit of extra distance off the tee, what he recommended doing was this rear leg, just dropping it back towards himself, a little bit further back. So if I'm set up nice and parallel to my target here, he would pull this one back just a couple of inches. So his hips would end up pointing out a little bit to the right, but by doing that little change, you'll find it helps you make a much bigger hip turn, helps the shoulders turn and get further behind you by making that slight little change. Now, obviously you've got to make some adjustments because by bringing that hip back, my hips and that are pointing slightly out to the right, so you probably need to make a couple of slight adjustments in where you're actually aiming on the fairway to allow for this. But what it will do, and I'm only talking a couple of inches or so, bringing it further back, just enables you to open up those hips so much more and really get those shoulders working and get that extra club head speed. So that's a really great one for senior golfers to really help, you know, make an easier swing and put less stress on those shoulders and those hips to be able to get that fuller turn and hit the golf ball a lot further. So that's basically it. So I'll just go over those 3 checkpoints again. Just practicing lifting that lead foot off the ground. That's the first one. Second one, opening those feet out. Help us getting a bigger turn, a bigger hip turn as well. And the third one, just bring that right foot just slightly back, just a couple of inches, enabling us again to make that bigger turn. It's all about making that bigger turn. As we get older, it's a lot more difficult to get that hip rotation, that shoulder rotation. But these 3 slight little changes will really help you out and makes it much easier to swing the golf club. So give those a try. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As I said, the more subscribers I get really helps me produce a lot more content like this to help everyone out. Now below this video you'll see a couple of additional links to further golf instruction. Make sure you have a look at that. I know that will really help you out. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.